Hello everybody, welcome to another exciting episode of Gibbon Travelogue. I'm Gilbert and today we are embarking on a journey through time to Xi'an, China's ancient capital and a city where history breathes through every brick and stone. Once known as Chang'an, it served as the capital for over a dozen imperial dynasties, including the mighty Zhou, Qin, Han and Tang dynasties. This is a place where every street corner whispers stories from centuries past. In this video, we will show you how you can plan an unforgettable 5-day adventure in Xi'an. Most of the time, you can fly direct into Xi'an Xianyang International Airport. If you are travelling from Singapore, direct flights are available, taking approximately 6 hours. Alternatively, you can fly in or take the high-speed rail from major Chinese cities like Beijing or Shanghai. Upon arriving at Xi'an Xianyang International Airport, you can reach the city centre via taxi, airport shuttle or ride-hailing apps like Didi. Before you go, here are some essentials. As of 2024, there are 63 countries that enable visa-free travel to China. These include countries like Singapore, Malaysia, Thailand, Brunei, South Korea and Japan, where citizens can enjoy between 15 to 30 days visa-free stay in China. Mobile payments are prevalent in China. Set up Alipay or WeChat Pay, which can now link to international credit cards. You can check out these few videos on how to set them up and some essential apps to make your stay in Xi'an and in China more convenient and pleasant. Xi'an experiences 4 distinct seasons. Spring and autumn offer the most pleasant weather for sightseeing. The worst time to visit Xi'an are during July and August due to the intense heat and humidity, and during major holidays like the Spring Festival, the Labor Day Golden Week, and the National Day Golden Week. So how many days do you need to plan your trip for? It is ideal to have at least 5 full days for your trip, and this is how Lilian and I plan our trip. We fly direct from Singapore on Scoot, just under 6 hours from Changi Airport to Xi'an Xianyang International Airport. Scoot flies here 5 times a week, making it an easy getaway for those living in Singapore. After landing near midnight, we somehow always get selected for a random COVID swab test. Pure luck, I guess. By the time we clear customs, it is nearly 1 AM. We hop onto a Didi and check into JW Marriott, ready for the adventure ahead.
To our room 3001 JW Marriott.
We wake up to a magical sight, snow. It is early November and even the locals are surprised by this rare autumn snowfall.
Morning, I just woke up. Look, my hair's still like that. And then suddenly I thought, somebody is throwing rubbish down, And then like ashes coming down. And guess what? It is snowing in Xi'an. I didn't know that Xi'an snows.
Inspired by the past, we ran traditional Hanfu, the flowing garments once worn during the Han Dynasty. Walking through the city in these clothes feels like stepping back into a different era. Our first stop is the Drum Tower, built in 1380 during the Ming Dynasty. This towering structure once signaled the time in ancient Xi'an with the beating of drums. Just opposite, the Bell Tower, constructed a few years later, was used to mark dawn. Together, they were the timekeepers of the city, symbols of discipline and order in imperial life. After soaking in these iconic landmarks, we indulge in the dumpling feast. Xi'an is famous for its dumplings, often filled with delicate blends of meats and vegetables, folded into countless artistic shapes. At night, we head to 大唐不夜城. More than just a shopping street, it's a tribute to the splendor of the Tang dynasty when Xi'an was the world's most cosmopolitan city. The street comes alive with performances, light displays, and a statue of famous Tang poets and emperors. For dinner, we try the local favorite, Biang Biang noodles, known for their white belt-like shape and spicy flavor. The character for Biang is one of the most complex in the Chinese language, fitting for such a bold dish. Day 2 begins with a quiet visit to St. Francis Cathedral, a Gothic-style church built by French missionaries in the early 20th century. We then dive into the buzzing Muslim quarter, a maze of narrow lanes filled with food stalls, spices and souvenirs. This area has been home to the Hui, ethnic minority for centuries. They are the descendants of Persian and Arab merchants who travelled the Silk Road. Here, cultures have blended for generations. In the heart of the quarter stands the Great Mosque of Xi'an, Xi'an清真大寺, one of the oldest mosques in China. Built in AD 742, during the Tang dynasty, it combines traditional Chinese architectural elements with Islamic calligraphy and symbolism, a stunning example of cultural harmony. In the afternoon, we head to the Giant Wild Goose Pagoda, 大雁塔, built in AD 652 during the Tang dynasty. Originally constructed to store Buddhist sutras and relics brought back from India by the monk Xuanzang, this pagoda is a living monument to the spread of Buddhism along the Silk Road. Beside it lies Travelogue, once the most important temple in Chang'an. At night, we reward ourselves with dinner at Haidilao, China's favorite hotpot chain, where the service is as good as the food. Today, we head east on a guided tour booked through Klook. Our first stop is Xi'an, historically a royal retreat due to its hot springs and cool air. At the foot of the mountain lies Huaqingci, the beloved getaway of Emperor Xuanzong and his consort Yang Guifei. Their romance, though grand, ended in tragedy during the An-Busan rebellion when she was forced to take her own life to appease angry troops. The palace, with its pools and intricate halls, echoes with their love story. No pimples. Nearby, we visit the site of the Xi'an incident. In 1936, Chiang Kai-shek was detained here by his own generals in a dramatic standoff that changed China's modern history. At the time, Chiang Kai-shek was focused on fighting the Chinese Communist Party in a civil war and refused to prioritize resisting Japanese aggression, even though Japan had already invaded parts of China. His own general, Zhang Xueliang and Yang Huchen, detained Chiang Kai-shek and demand that he stop the civil war and form a united front with the communists against the Japanese. Today, bullet holes still scar the walls. We climb up the slopes of Xi'an to the rocky crevice where he hid. We end our visit with a moving musical performance that brings the whole event to life.
团长张副司令派我们来保护您，请您带领我们共同抗日。
In the afternoon, we travel to Lingtong, home of the Terracotta Warriors. This massive underground army was commissioned by Qin Shi Huang, China's first emperor, to guard his tomb in the afterlife. Discovered in 1974 by farmer Yang Zifa and his friends, the site remains one of the most important archaeological finds of the 20th century. Before entering the main excavation pits, we experienced a thrilling VR simulation of Emperor Qin Shi Huang's unopened mausoleum. It was a rare glimpse into a mysterious world we will likely never see in our lifetime. China has stated that no imperial tombs, including this one, will be open for at least the next 50 years. Then comes the moment we have been waiting for. Standing before thousands of life-size soldiers, each with unique facial expressions. It's awe-inspiring, humbling, and surreal. We return to Xi'an City for dinner at Chou Chou Taiwanese hotpot. After dinner, we are treated to a spectacular light and music show at the Giant Wild Goose Pagoda Fountain Square. This performance runs daily at 8:30 p.m. and is among the largest of its kind in Asia. The next day, we travel west, deeper into the spiritual and royal past of China. Our first stop is the Maoling, resting place of Emperor Wu of Han, who reigned during China's golden age of territorial expansion. Surrounded by countless satellite tombs, Maoling is often called the Primate of the East. We then arrive at Famen-shi, a sacred Buddhist site since the Eastern Han Dynasty. In 1987, archaeologists discovered a hidden underground palace beneath the temple, along with what is believed to be a finger bone relic of the Buddha. This relic transformed the temple into a pilgrimage site for Buddhists across Asia. We enjoy a peaceful vegetarian lunch in the temple.
又发现一个小银棺，把这个小银棺再划开，哦，又发现了一枚白色管状东西。
Our next stop is the tomb of Prince Yi, grandson of Empress Zetian. Executed young for a very trivial reason, his tomb features exquisite murals depicting Tang court life. Finally, we reached the Qianling Mausoleum, located atop Liangshan. This is the joint tomb of Emperor Gaozong and Empress Zetian, the only woman in Chinese history to rule as emperor in her own name. Unlike other tombs, Qianling was never looted, and the statues lining its sacred way still stand guard over 1,300 years later. This site is a striking reminder of the Tang dynasty's power and cultural brilliance. We returned to the city for dinner of yang rou pao mo, lamb soup with hand-crumpled bread, a Xi'an specialty that traces its roots back to Silk Road travelers. On our final day, we dive into Xi'an's treasures one last time. First, the Shaanxi History Museum, often called one of the best museums in China. With over 370,000 artifacts from jade to ceramics, it is a walk through China's imperial timeline. Next, we visit the Xi'an Peiling Museum, or Forest of Stone Steles, where ancient calligraphy is carved into towering stone tablets, some dating back to the Han Dynasty. It is a haven for lovers of Chinese literature and script. Finally, we end our journey atop the Xi'an City Wall, the most intact ancient city wall in China, originally built during the Ming Dynasty. Walking along its ramparts, the entire city stretches out before us, ancient and modern, silent and alive. Five days fly by, yet Xi'an offers us a journey through centuries. From emperors and warriors to sacred relics and spicy noodles, it's a city that leaves you richer with every step. We didn't manage to see everything, but that's just one more reason to come back. Okay, that's all folks. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give us a like, leave a comment for us, and subscribe to Gibbon Travelogue. And until our next video, we'll see you again. Bye!